Are you intrigued by the mysteries of the cosmos and the ancient secrets that shape our world? Join us on a journey through the 7 Hermetic Principles, a timeless guide to understanding the fundamental laws that govern existence. Delve into the depths of occult knowledge and explore the interplay between these principles and various cultures across the globe. Get ready to expand your mind and embrace the profound truths that have fascinated seekers of wisdom for centuries. Principle 1. The Principle of Mentalism. As above, so below, the universe is a mental creation. Discover how the power of thought shapes reality and learn to harness the energy of your mind to manifest your desires. Now, time for our short story on this principle. The Weaver of Dreams. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and serene forests lived a young woman named Lila. Lila possessed an unusual gift. Her thoughts held the power to shape reality. The villagers often whispered about her abilities, calling her the Dream Weaver. One day, a drought struck the village, and the crops withered away under the harsh sun. The villagers grew desperate as their food supplies dwindled. Lila decided it was time to put her gift to use. Sitting under a gnarled oak tree, she closed her eyes and visualized rain falling gently upon the parched earth. She imagined the smell of petrichor and the sound of droplets pattering on leaves. As she focused her thoughts, a strange sensation filled the air. A soft breeze stirred, and clouds gathered overhead. Lila's visualization became so vivid that she could almost taste the raindrops. Slowly, rain began to fall, quenching the land's thirst. The villagers stared in awe as the drought transformed into a gentle shower that rejuvenated the earth. Word of Lila's feat spread like wildfire, and the villagers began to see her not as an oddity, but as a beacon of hope. They sought her guidance, wanting to learn her secret. Lila shared her understanding of the principle of mentalism, the notion that the mind's thoughts and intentions have the power to influence the external world. The villagers learned to harness their thoughts, collectively focusing on the prosperity of their land. They envisioned bountiful harvests, vibrant gardens, and thriving livestock. With each passing day, their shared mental energy transformed their surroundings. The once dry fields burst with life, and abundance returned. Principle 2. The Principle of Correspondence. Explore the interconnectedness of all things. Uncover the hidden patterns and connections that bind the microcosm to the macrocosm, revealing the underlying unity of existence. The Mirror of Serendipity. In a bustling city named Serendipia, 2 individuals, Mia and Kale, lived parallel lives without ever meeting. Mia was an aspiring artist, while Kale was a passionate musician. Though their paths had never crossed, their desires and aspirations were strangely similar. Mia spent her evenings painting vibrant landscapes that seemed to come alive with each brushstroke. She often gazed at the sky, longing to capture the intricate dance of colors during sunset. At the same time, Kale would sit by his window, strumming his guitar, attempting to compose music that echoed the beauty of nature. One day, an art gallery in Serendipia announced a unique event, an exhibition titled Harmonious Visions. Artists were invited to submit paintings inspired by music, while musicians were encouraged to compose melodies based on visual art. Mia and Kale heard about the event separately and were immediately drawn to the idea. As Mia walked into the gallery with her painting, her eyes widened when she saw a portrait that seemed to mirror her own creation, a landscape filled with vibrant hues that perfectly captured the essence of a sunset. The name next to the painting was Kale, Similarly, Cale was stunned when he saw a musical composition that resonated with his own melody, capturing the spirit of his guitar strumming. The name next to the composition was Mia. Intrigued and excited, Mia and Cale reached out to each other, and a serendipitous meeting took place. As they shared their stories, they realized the uncanny connection they shared, not only in their creative pursuits, but also in their thoughts and dreams. The more they talked, the more they discovered the intricate web of correspondences that linked their lives. Inspired by this cosmic alignment, Mia and Cale collaborated on a project that fused their art forms. Mia painted while Cale played his guitar, and together they created a mesmerizing performance that wove visual art and music into a seamless tapestry. The audience was captivated by the synergy of their creations, and their collaboration became a symbol of the principle of correspondence, the idea that the microcosm reflects the macrocosm, and that all things are interconnected. Mia and Cale's story became an inspiration to the people of Serendipia, reminding them that the world was full of hidden connections waiting to be discovered. The city embraced the notion that everything was in harmony, and the art gallery's Harmonious Visions event became an annual celebration of the principle of correspondence, where artists and musicians from all walks of life came together to create magical collaborations that mirrored the interconnected beauty of the universe. And as for Mia and Cale, their lives remained intertwined, forever united by the threads of serendipity and the principle of correspondence. Principle 3, the principle of vibration. Everything is in constant motion and vibration. Learn how to attune yourself to the frequencies of the universe, tapping into its rhythmic flow to bring harmony into your life. The Symphony of Healing. In the serene village of Harmonica, nestled beside a tranquil river, lived a young woman named Arya. Arya possessed an extraordinary gift, the ability to feel the vibrations of the world around her. Every sound, every movement carried a unique rhythm that resonated deep within her. One day, a renowned healer named Amen visited the village. Amen was known for his remarkable ability to restore balance and well-being through the power of sound. Hearing about Arya's unique gift, he sought her out to learn more. Arya was intrigued by Amen's wisdom and shared her experiences of feeling the vibrations that surrounded her. Amen explained the principle of vibration, how every particle in the universe was in a state of constant motion, creating waves of energy that could be harnessed for healing and transformation. He believed that by attuning oneself to these vibrations, one could unlock incredible potential. Eager to learn, Arya trained under Amen's guidance. She discovered that her gift extended beyond mere perception. She could influence the vibrations around her through her thoughts and intentions. She learned to manipulate sound waves, creating soothing melodies that calmed anxious hearts and harmonized troubled minds. One day, tragedy struck the village. An epidemic spread, leaving many villagers in pain and despair. Arya and Amen worked tirelessly, combining their talents to create a symphony of healing. Arya's delicate melodies intertwined with Amen's powerful chants, creating a harmonious blend of vibrations that resonated through the air. As the melodies filled the village, a transformation occurred. The healing vibrations swept through the sick, infusing them with renewed strength and vitality. The air seemed to shimmer with an ethereal energy, and the once hopeless atmosphere shifted to one of hope and restoration. The villagers' faith in the principle of vibration was rekindled. They witnessed how the power of sound, when wielded with intention and care, could create profound shifts in the world around them. Arya and Amon's collaboration became a beacon of light, reminding them that the universe was a symphony of interconnected vibrations, and that harnessing these vibrations could lead to remarkable changes. The epidemic eventually subsided, leaving behind a village united by the shared experience of healing through sound. Arya's and Amon's teachings continued to inspire generations, and the village of Harmonica became known as a haven for those seeking to understand and harness the vibrations that shaped existence. The once troubled waters of the river now flowed with an audible resonance, a reminder of the harmony that could be achieved when one tapped into the symphony of the universe. Principle 4. The Principle of Polarity. Dive into the dance of opposites, light and darkness, hot and cold. Discover how embracing these polarities can lead to balance and transformation. The dance of shadows and light. In the heart of the enchanted forest, a quaint village named Equilibrium thrived under the influence of an ancient, mystical tradition. The villagers understood the delicate balance between opposing forces, a wisdom they had learned from generations past. Amara, a young and curious girl, grew up in Equilibrium. She was intrigued by the stories of the village elders, tales of how darkness and light were intertwined in a perpetual dance. The elders spoke of the principle of polarity, the understanding that every aspect of life had an opposing counterpart, and that the interplay between these opposites was what brought about harmony. One day, a deep shadow began to loom over the village. The sunlight crystals, the source of light and energy for the village, started to dim, casting an ominous darkness. The villagers grew anxious as the village's warmth and vitality faded away. Fear of the encroaching darkness started to divide the community, as some urged for action, while others advocated for patience. Amara felt a call to action. Inspired by the stories she had heard, she ventured into the forest, seeking the guidance of the wise sage of Equilibrium. The sage explained that the principle of polarity was not about avoiding darkness, but embracing it as an essential aspect of existence. To restore balance, Amara needed to find the hidden light within the shadows. Armed with this wisdom, Amara journeyed into the heart of the shadowy forest. There, she encountered a mysterious creature, a shadow spirit. The spirit, though eerie in appearance, exuded a sense of longing and sadness. Amara, remembering the village elders' teachings, realized that the darkness and light were intertwined even within the shadow spirit. With compassion and understanding, Amara engaged in conversation with the spirit. As they talked, she discovered that the spirit was the embodiment of unexpressed emotions and fears. The more she listened, the more she realized that embracing the spirit's darkness and allowing it to be heard was the key to restoring the balance in the village. Amara returned to Equilibrium and shared her encounter with the villagers. She explained that the darkness was not an enemy to be defeated, but a part of the whole. The villagers gathered, and together they created a sacred space where the shadow spirit could express its emotions through a dance of shadows and light. As the dance unfolded, the sunlight crystals began to glow brighter, and the village was bathed in a harmonious radiance. The once feared darkness was now an integral part of the village's existence, reminding them of the interplay between opposites and the power of embracing all aspects of life. Equilibrium was restored, not by eradicating the darkness, but by recognizing its value and learning from its wisdom. Amara's story became a cornerstone of the village's teachings, and generations grew up understanding that true balance came from the acceptance and integration of both shadows and light. The principle of polarity remained a guiding light, reminding them that within every challenge lay an opportunity for growth and harmony. Principle 5. The principle of rhythm. Life is a cycle of rhythms and patterns. Explore the ebbs and flows that shape existence and learn to navigate them to your advantage. The dance of seasons. In the tranquil village of Synchronia, nestled between rolling hills and blossoming meadows, the cycle of nature's rhythms dictated the pace of life. The villagers understood the ebb and flow of existence, a wisdom they had inherited from their ancestors. Elena, a young and observant girl, was enchanted by the changing seasons that graced Synchronia. She marveled at the way the world transformed, from the vibrant blossoms of spring to the golden tapestries of autumn. Her grandmother, a wise woman named Ilara, saw Elena's curiosity and shared the teachings of the principle of rhythm, the understanding that life was a series of patterns, like the changing seasons, and that finding harmony meant embracing these rhythms. One summer day, a great drought descended upon Synchronia, threatening the village's crops and livelihood. The once lush meadows turned parched and barren, and the villagers grew anxious as their water supply dwindled. Elena, determined to help, sought guidance from her grandmother. Ilara reminded Elena of the principle of rhythm, that just as nature had its cycles, challenges and hardships were also part of the grand rhythm of life. Ilara advised Elena to observe the natural rhythms around her and look for clues to unlock a solution. As Elena wandered through the withering meadows, she noticed the rhythmic dance of fireflies that illuminated the nights. She wondered if the fireflies held the key to restoring balance. Guided by her intuition, Elena sought out the village's firefly whisperer, an elderly man named Lucius. Lucius shared his deep connection with the fireflies and their role in the village's harmony. He explained that fireflies thrived in the presence of water and lush vegetation. Inspired by this insight, Elena came up with a plan to revive the meadows and bring back the fireflies' dance. The villagers rallied together, collecting every available water container and working tirelessly to revive the meadows. They sang songs of hope and unity, embodying the rhythm of determination and collaboration. Slowly but surely, the meadows began to transform. With the combined efforts of the villagers and the guiding presence of the fireflies, the once barren land blossomed anew. The drought eventually came to an end, and Synchronia was reborn in vibrant colors. Elena's understanding of the principle of rhythm had guided the village through its challenging time, reminding them that challenges were a natural part of life's rhythm, and that with patience, determination, and unity, harmony could always be restored. Elena's tale became woven into Synchronia's legacy, a testament to the wisdom of the principle of rhythm. Generations grew up learning the importance of embracing life's cycles, knowing that just as the seasons changed, so did their circumstances. The village flourished as a living embodiment of this principle, a place where the ebb and flow of life were celebrated and embraced with grace and resilience. Principle 6. The principle of cause and effect. Discover the law of karma. Every action has an equal and opposite reaction. Gain insight into the consequences of your choices and learn to sow the seeds of your desired outcomes. The ripple of kindness. In the bustling city of Serenityville, a young woman named Maya lived a life filled with purpose and compassion. Maya understood the power of her actions and the interconnectedness of all things, a wisdom she had gained from her grandmother's teachings about the principle of cause and effect. One day, Maya was walking through a local park when she saw a young boy, Ethan, sitting alone on a bench, his eyes filled with sadness. Curious, Maya approached him and struck up a conversation. She learned that Ethan had recently lost his beloved pet, Spark, a lively golden retriever who had been his constant companion. Touched by Ethan's grief, Maya decided to do something special. She shared stories of her own childhood pet and the fond memories they had created. Maya's words brought a faint smile to Ethan's face, the first glimmer of joy since Spark's passing. As they talked, Maya realized that her actions could create a ripple effect of positivity. She decided to organize a community event in honor of Spark, inviting neighbors and friends to join. Together, they created a Pause for a Cause event, where they collected donations for a local animal shelter, shared stories of their furry friends, and even organized a dog-friendly playtime. The event was a tremendous success, and Maya witnessed the power of her actions as the community came together in kindness. The donations poured in, benefiting not only the shelter, but also the animals it cared for. Ethan, inspired by the event, started volunteering at the shelter, finding solace in the company of animals in need. As time passed, Maya's act of compassion continued to create ripples. Ethan's newfound love for volunteering inspired others to join him, and the animal shelter flourished. The positive energy radiated beyond the shelter, influencing the community's attitudes toward kindness and giving. Maya's grandmother would often remind her of the principle of cause and effect, how every action set in motion a chain of events that extended far beyond the initial act. Maya's small act of reaching out to a grieving boy had transformed into a movement of compassion and care. Serenityville became a city known not only for its bustling streets, but for the compassion that flowed through its people. Maya's story served as a reminder that even the smallest actions, driven by good intentions, could spark a chain reaction of positive change. The city's transformation was a living testament to the wisdom of the principle of cause and effect, teaching everyone that every choice they made had the power to shape the world around them. Principle 7. The Principle of Gender. Explore the dynamic interplay between masculine and feminine energies within and around you. Learn to embrace and harmonize these forces to create a balanced and empowered life. The Dance of Harmony. In the tranquil village of Luminara, nestled amidst rolling hills and shimmering lakes, the dance of balance between masculine and feminine energies was celebrated as a sacred art. The villagers understood that the principle of gender was not just about physical gender, but about the interplay of polarities within all things. A young woman named Kaya was known throughout Luminara for her adventurous spirit and her innate connection to nature. Her closest friend, Jackson, was a skilled blacksmith who took great pride in his craftsmanship. Despite their differing interests, Kaya and Jackson shared a deep bond that transcended gender roles. One day, a powerful storm swept through Luminara, causing widespread damage. The villagers came together to rebuild their homes and restore their surroundings. As they worked side by side, Kaya noticed how Jackson's strength and determination matched her own. Jackson, in turn, admired Kaya's resourcefulness and creativity. Kaya's grandmother, a wise elder, saw the harmony between Kaya and Jackson and shared the teachings of the principle of gender. She explained that masculine and feminine energies existed within everyone, regardless of physical gender, and that true balance was achieved when these energies were harmonized. Inspired by her grandmother's words, Kaya approached Jackson with an idea. She suggested they collaborate on a project that combined their unique strengths. Together, they created a magnificent garden in the heart of the village, where Jackson's skillful metalwork adorned Kaya's lush plantings. The result was a breathtaking display of harmonized energies, the soft beauty of nature entwined with the sturdy grace of craftsmanship. As the garden flourished, the villagers marveled at the unity of energies embodied in Kaya and Jackson's creation. The garden became a symbol of the principle of gender, reminding the village that the interplay of masculine and feminine energies could lead to something extraordinary. Over time, Kaya and Jackson's collaboration blossomed into a partnership that extended beyond the garden. They worked together to address challenges in the village, drawing on their balanced energies to find creative solutions. The villagers admired their bond and came to recognize the power of embracing both masculine and feminine qualities within themselves. Luminara transformed into a place of true harmony, where the principle of gender was celebrated as a guiding force. The village thrived, not by adhering to traditional roles, but by recognizing the beauty in embracing a spectrum of energies. Kaya and Jackson's story became a testament to the power of unity and balance, showing that when masculine and feminine energies danced together, a symphony of harmony and growth emerged. That's all for today's short stories. Please subscribe and like, and join us next time at Mystic Verse.